So I say, I went out to fart, and obviously there were all people running around like, like pistols. So where is that? The Olympics started, 2017. And then I hear a little bit of scream, because it's not like you see in the movie when there is a terrorist attempt, people start to run like wild and screaming, because you want to save your life. So you're more concentrated to go than, ah. So that's what I call bad acting, even that one. So anyway, I didn't know who it was. Then a girl coming out with a throat cut, and she was bleeding to death. So I brought her in the pub, and that night in particular, my friend, I'm into BDSM, so I don't know how many are familiar with BDSM. Does anyone don't know what BDSM means? Yeah, you all know. So anyway, it was a munch about BDSM. So an informal meeting, so there was no sex, nothing happening. It was really, just talking about rubbish. And she'd be lucky actually on that day. It was the munch of the bondage. So we were all expert in bondage. Well, apart from me really, because I just pretend to be in the BDSM. Right? So Nick, which was a paramedic as well, he managed to, while I tried to stop the bleeding, but I did have nothing because in paramedic, he actually gave a good bondage with a pullover. Then I say, I'm going to go out to the hospital to try to find professional bandage or whatever else. But I actually went upstairs because I hear the ambulance, ending up to see things you don't want to see in life. I don't even want to describe you. The funny bit, the police just arrived. It was the army police, all with the rifle. And because they see me, running with the blood on the shirt, they just put the rifle on me. So I keep the cool because however you think I'm Italian, I'm a Nazi guy screaming, maybe today on stage. On a normal life, I'm very calm. I'm so calm. Look at my eyes and sleep. Right? But anyway, so then I explained to the police that the terrorists are downstairs, and two of the cops followed me in one direction, and the other two they went another. I don't know if you went to Borough Market, there are two entries from the bridge to go downstairs. And then obviously when I went back to the pub, I didn't have the bandage at all, and the pub was closed. And I have to run away on myself. I actually have to help like all the people scared because I say, well, the terrorists are over there, we go over there. And one guy told me, hey, who the fucking are you? Man, you do what you want, we go there. Bye! And then there are all the stories by becoming too long. But the thing is, even I did that and somebody asked to have a bravery Howard to this fucking bullshit Italian, people start to say, oh, this guy's a bullshitter, never happening. Even if you went to the Evening Standard, the Huffington Post, even there were witness, people request actually. It's never been true. Fuck it. At the end of the day, what we say in Italy, you do good and you forget. Right? So, to you, maybe you're going to say all this story, I'm telling you about being bullshit. Up to you. Well, I'm coming from a very traditional Italian family. I got four brothers, so with me 5, and we all male. I grew up in the same building with my cousin. We were like 11 male. We had no cousin female, nothing, not even by mistake. And the lovely picture down here is me. I'm gonna explain you later. Why is the picture is there? But you can see I'm blonde. Natural. Then obviously, even if I got my hair, they look dark because they're short. But when they grow, I don't know because I lost it. Maybe they're coming back. They will be blonde again. That's why I do the show, just to have a transplant, so I can afford it. Anyway, so when you're a child, what do? You play with your cousin, your brother, So you play with the faster, with the tallest, with the brighter. Who got the small or the biggest cock? As a child, there is no malicious in there. You're completely naive. You're pervert. Especially the new generation go all this fucking application, like, to watch porn when they're just born. To us, to find even a porno magazine on the floor was like, wow. But we didn't understand because why it was of glue all the time. And then we understood it wasn't glue. What? So, unfortunately, be careful because if you laugh high, I will be very upset. So, unfortunately, I had the smallest cock. Right? They keep in cougars because, you know, I find the fact. So you understand, it's not really something you wanna have, you know, as a young child. I mean, you don't really mind as a young child, but when your cousin and your brother start to tell to all your relatives around, all the people in your borough, and all the people you go, you know, when you go to play football or your school. So here we go. We got the guys, Joe, with the smallest cock of the family. You know, it become even harder to find a girlfriend because, you know, after a while, you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, but that's true. The one with the little cock, you know, the one the missing police looking for about, you know, yeah. So it become hard. So I had to try to find some other place to find girlfriend. At the time we did have Google, we did have Tinder, we did have Facebook or Face Shit, whatever you're gonna call. I got funny story from my friend, but I don't know if you got time because I got too many. Anyway, so I have to find, you know, somebody to have my first experience because I was kind of packed up for everybody. Because, of course, all my generation, I'm 50 by the way, girls they were supposed to become virgin when they get married. I don't know about now, really, but you know, that was the idea, especially in Italy. So with no chance really in my community because I started thinking where I can go, you know, to have my first experience or just have chatting with a girl by looking at yes, right, yeah, you're good guy, but forget it, you know, there is no. So Rome is a beautiful city. How many people went to Rome? I think quite few, really. Yeah, and as you know, it's full of tourists. So I say that's all right. You know, so I cannot do nobody with the people married. I go in the center of Rome, you know, to find you know somebody can chat or you know even maybe have the first you know kiss and whatever else. The only problem I didn't speak the language because you know I'm speaking actually a straight Roman slang. Not even Italian, so which may be similar for many Italian people, but not for everybody. So, blah 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 blah. Anytime I try to, you know, speak with the girls, you know, it didn't work. It took me a while. Then you start to pick up phrases, things, and because I know Rome very well, you know, all the dark corner of Rome, right? Yeah, I start to make it up, you know, a little bit. Then this is here the Colosseo, here the St. Peter, there Spanish Step, and then you know you make it up your own. But before I get there, there was even competition. Well, I went there because I have a necessity to do it. There was a proper pervert, you know, professional. You know, just to give you an example, we got one guy, we call him the glue guys. We call the glue guys because he stick to this poor girl till they had enough for him, so they let him shag, so he can just fucking away. If any of you of the girl went to Rome, from the moment you leave the airport till basically you go to the hotel, you're gonna be harassed between 20 to 40 times by anybody, you know, because they know you're foreign and they think you're an easy prey. Which is happening quite often. I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, there is a place is worse than Rome. Is in Sicily, basically, where basically a friend of mine, she was sitting at the port. Anytime she saw puffing the cigarette, somebody was going to her. That's how bad it is. So anyway, I found you know my first you know kiss, etc., and then I got my first blowjob. Now she was Scandinavian, language barrier was quite high, so I didn't have a place where to go because obviously I live in with my parents still at the time. But as I say to you, I know all the dark corner in Rome. I mean, till one fucking mayor of Rome start to put the light everywhere because he want to show the beauty of Rome. Now that is another part of the story. I don't know if I can go there. Anyway, because my original show it was doing 3 hours, just to be clear. Anyway, so everything was fine. Everything was fine. She went for it. I didn't even ask her. The only problem, she got a brace. And obviously, it was the first time, you know, you're feeling something, but you're not sure about it, you know, and the issue was I start to bleed. And obviously, then we say, well, we finished now because I need to go back home. but I couldn't go back home because I was bleeding. I was bleeding a lot, and I got even my new trousers, which is not something really, you're expecting. So I got to go to the hospital. But imagine me, like 15, going to the ER and say, I'm bleeding down there, and the guy say, where do you bleed? Down there. Okay, go to see the nurse. So when I opened my trousers, there was a lot of blood, and really was an issue. And the guy told me, what the fuck have you done? Did you fuck with a dog? Did you have a blowjob from a cat? Did you put your cock in somewhere? And I tried to talk to him. He said, just shut up, right? And then everybody started to come in the hospital, all the doctor, the nurse. I mean, there was even a nurse I like, but I couldn't have an erection. Because it's like, when it's bleeding, it's like you got a balloon, you got a pinch, the blood is the same thing, And at the end, really, after everybody taking the pill, imagine I going out, a nurse and doctor say, next time, don't fuck with the dog, don't have a blowjob by a cat, don't put your cock everywhere. And I basically, I have to be like, with bandage more or less for 2 months, but every week I have to go there to check, because, the cock is elastic, it's not. So, and that was my first experience, which wasn't not any good, to tell you the truth, right? And naturally, I had more experience, but today I want to change the topic, really. So, well, I don't know how many people done a threesome. I don't know how many people watch Friend. I don't watch Friend, but they showed me this episode with one of the guys want to have a threesome with his wife and somebody else. And I can tell you by experience, if the girl is not into, one of the two or both, you don't have any sex. You ending up like a guy sitting on the chair, watching them eating a sandwich, right? Yeah, I'm not into watching, but that's another story. So anyway, let's go straight to the porno cast. I want to become a film director, right? But I was very young, I ran away, so I didn't really have high education. In Italy at the time, if you want to become a director in the film industry, you have to do a couple of schools, which they both need a high mark to college. I didn't know even a college was, right? And money, which I didn't have either. So I started asking around because I'm not two artists of the Italian jet set. And one guy told me, I know a guy maybe is interested to take you to have experience. And I spoke with him. I said, it's fine. I was really happy. I'm gonna do, my experience I was looking for years. He forgot to tell me there were porno movies. Well, a porno movie at the time, they were professional movies. It's not like the shitty movie you see now, because you have to have proper light, proper film, and the camera was heavy. So it's not like now with a mobile phone you can shoot a movie, or you got a digital camera, and you can do it. You got a Viagra, it's gone, you can do it. There is not much effort in there. You have to have proper light, because if you don't have the right light, you don't see a fucking nothing, don't you? Right? It's too dark, you won't be able to see anything. Right? We actually we got a technical term about the light. What we call the pussy light, because because that is dark. Imagine before where a lot of girls they weren't shaved. Well, even a lot of guys. So you got bushes, you need to have some. You got to have makeup artists. You got to have, a little bit of scenography. And somebody changed the shit of the bed as well when there is the bed, or cleaning the sofa or whatever else. Because and for actor was really hard, because they have to wait in us. We move in the camera, we move in the light. The male actor actually, because the female wasn't doing much. Just to do some basic stuff in some situation, and he had to hold there. Imagine this poor guy has to stay with the cock up when we prepare. Hold on, we're changing the light, we're moving the very heavy camera, and the guy's just looking at you. I cannot hold on forever, But also the other problem is not many male can do porno movie. I used to say I was the cable guys in a film production, because if any of the people I know, I was in porno industry, they're gonna come to you and me and send me, I want to be in the film. Can you let me do it? I can tell you for a fact, 95% of the guys cannot do it. You know? Cannot do it. I got a small cock, I can do it, but it's too small. But we try. You know? Because I got experience, you know, with a wide lens, you know, with a wide lens, in perspective, my cock look massive, you know? But obviously, then in proportion, when it's near the woman, unless if it's a very short woman, they don't see it's like a little penis going in a Grand Canyon. It's invisible, right? So it's all about perspective, you know. You can cut and try to push it in, but it doesn't go there. Anyway, so 95% of the guys cannot do it, and some of them, they got their own remedy. I remember it's their own remedy, because now you got the Viagra, and you go for it, you know, you take it, and then your cock born to that. If you don't have a girlfriend liking that much, it's just wasting money. That is a matter of fact, really. Right, so anyway, so they got their own remedy. Somebody drink a lot of alcohol, because he think in his mind you're gonna help him to being insect and yeah. But if you drink a lot of alcohol, you pee a lot as well. So it's kind of go in and out of the fucking set all the time and waiting for these guys coming back every fucking 10 minutes. As I say, at the time we got film camera, not digital. It was costing money, right? Then the guys put the string around, you know, with the string. After a while, you know what can happen, no? And there is another method, which, as I say, it was their own arrangement. You're not supposed to be do at home by yourself, right? Just remember, guys, don't do it, right? You know when you got dust on the table and you pass your finger, there is the dust on your finger, okay? Well, imagine if that is cocaine and you put on your top of your cock, right? When it's up, I can guarantee your cock will be up for a while. But don't do it, because you don't know how much is it, how much you need, and sometimes there are other issues, because if they put too much, or for some reason they were too sensitive, they cannot even come, because you know the little hole is stuck, and the pen is burning, and you see these guys doesn't have to do. And we have to simulate the comb. I mean, at the time, you know, very coming with experience. No, that doesn't come. I use like white soap, you know, liquid soap. I have to throw with the spoon. So I have to stay with the spoon like that, no? You know, and throw like, you know, a catapult. And sometimes the spoon it go on set, you know, and get in the eyes of the girls or the guys that are in there, really. And but you know, I was kind of professional, really. I mean, most of the time it never happened, but you know, it's just you need to find out the best way. That's why they call hardcore movie. There is a reason why. You know, it's not like nowadays everybody can do it, and there is all this pervert around that accuse me to be some kind of. I'm a pervert, not a maniac, right? Just to be clear. So anyway, then obviously you need to cast the girls. Naturally, still now probably is the same. You cannot shoot porno movie in Western Europe. It's illegal. So you got to go in. You can do soft porn, which you know whatever you mean, but legally you cannot do it. Let's change the law lately. By the time when I was 18, 19, I'm talking about 1989, 1990s. Right? So we have to go to Hungary, especially Budapest, because Budapest still now is the capital of the porn movies, like the Hollywood of the porn movie in Europe. And obviously me as a young guy, you know, with my director, you know, we have to go there and casting the girl. We pay people, professional job, there was no restriction, you know, the girl come, we do the interview, then obviously I have to do the video professionally. And I'll be there. Because the director say, you know, if they can act in well with you with a small cock, imagine it with somebody who a proper measure, right? So, and obviously, you know, I do the things. Obviously, I got like a clipboard that we say, you know, anal good, anal deep okay, you know, then blow job, deep throat, everything fine. She doesn't swallow. And the director used to say a stupid joke. I know now some of the female they would say, but you know, a blow job without swallow is like this sky without stairs. So I don't know. But even thought in the porno movie, you actually need the comb. So it was very hard because I have to select casting 30, 40 girls per day. And sometime even for the next day. And I got to be fast. I cannot do I have to do a short 2 minutes of each. Boom, boom, right? And it was quite hard. I mean, that was a long, hardcore casting. And many issue obviously happening because unfortunately the director used to be working died. And you know what mafia is, the biggest franchising Italian in the world. He doesn't control everything in the porno industry, but he had, quite connection. So I find it difficult to find a job with somebody else, and I become a stripper. Because I wasn't that tall, but not that ugly. I used to have 8-pack. Now I got only one because, with the credit crunch, I lost all 7. I used to have a blonde hair because it was gold, but I have to sell even that because I need the money, otherwise, how am gonna make it? So I started to do striptease, and at the time it was good. I used to make plenty of money, like 500 to 1,000 pound money back in the day, so it was a lot. I used to be made 25,000 a year, do 20-ish strippers, so it wasn't a big deal really. I mean, till 94, 95, then something happening, and everybody became stripper in Italy for some reason, and the business was down to hell. Well, the issue is when female normally employ a stripper, they assuming the stripper gonna shock them as well. It seems quite a costume in their mind. But me personally, I can't because it's too short. I cannot really satisfy. I mean, what they say, is better fit than a slipper. My fit, obviously, but I don't know about sleep. But but it's not something I can do all the time because I'm kind of a sophisticated pervert. If I don't like the girl, I cannot do it because I don't like it. So I'm not getting inside. So I start to arguing with a female friend employing me for the evening. And obviously they start to say, your number is shit, your cock is too small, we don't pay you the rest of the money, fuck you, idiot. And then I have to find a compromise. You know what I mean? I mean, it's hard life. You think it's funny, but it's not. And I have to find a compromise. What do you think, what kind of compromise I can find? Does anybody know? You don't want to tell because I know you may be already done or you don't want to expose yourself. I do know that, I'm not coming from a small village, I'm coming from Rome. It used to be an empire, it's gone, doesn't coming back, So the compromise was obviously, I say to them quite clearly, it's nothing personal. I mean, I can do a charity fuck, so she gets what she gets. I don't know how far it goes, but I don't know. So she maybe get offended, I don't know like that. So I used to say, well, I cannot fuck your friend, I can fuck you, and most of the time it works, most of the time it works. So that was one of the ways. Sometimes it wasn't, so, a lot of argument and fucking else. Other problem you got, obviously, Italian male, they used to be very jealous. So if they know it, the future wife was going to have a ham party with a male stripper when probably he gonna fuck her. It depends. So the guys let me do it. I mean, you know what I mean, right? So sometimes they want to come, they want to see what the girlfriend future wife is, and obviously I have to fight with them. I'm not gonna tell you all the time I have to fight naked with somebody, wanna fuck me up. I'll just give you an example because I know people told me, oh, you fucking liar, you say a lot of bullshit. I hear that all the time. Anytime I speak with young generation, they go on Google to see if they can find something they can find. Not everything because not everything was in Google like 30 years ago. Anyway, so fighting with the guys naked, and it's not easy. But as I say, I used to be working Acne in 2004, which was voted the worst borough in the United Kingdom. I was the only white security in there. And just to give you an idea, not because I want to show off, right? I just talk straight, right? So but I'm gonna tell you the funny bit. So one day these guys arrived looking for me. I was already naked, and the future wife and the friend they just put me in a box with a dog. And I have to stay in this kind of shade in the dark. I couldn't see nothing, naked, without shoes. No, so I couldn't move because I say maybe there is something sharp, scissors, or some kind of cutter for the grass. So I better stay here. And the dog start to lick my legs, basically. And because I put my hand in front of my cock just to avoid I go lick it in the air. I have to stay there for like half an hour. You know? And but then when I come out, they even start to complain, but you didn't finish the number, you need to shag the girl as well. I say, yeah, well, maybe I have to have a shower as well, because it's not probably the most hygienic things really, right now, Well, then I just woke up, I got the money, I fucking go off. So many stories which sometimes I got difficult to remember because I have too many, right? Yes, so this one, again, something you're not supposed to be do. I used to be work with a guy together, but not at the same time. So like, you do a show and you go to perform. And he used to be complaining about the size of my cock again. I mean, if I'm not getting excited, it's almost invisible. It's like the size of my little finger. You won't even see it, That's my size when it's dead, really. I mean, it doesn't go up an unbelievable measure for somebody else. I still got the shortest cock of my family. I mean, my family, they go 9, 10 inches as average. I'm not getting that. They got big cock, that's happening. That's why they say all the time, how you fucking become a stripper? You got even a small cock. Yeah, right, okay. Well, that is another story, right? So he used to say to me, Joe, you cannot go with a cock like that because the guy gonna start to complain, and they don't wanna pay us. But this guy was a big American guy, so he lived in Italy for a while. He got a good side cock. I mean, I didn't give a shit about it, but apparently that's what it was. So he used to say, you need to do like me. That's why you wear big cock, then I say, You have to do a pseudo wanker before you start the show, right? And when it's up, you put elastic around. I got experience from the porno movie. I know for a fact that you cannot stay more than 10-15 minutes with elastic around your cock or any string, because then it blocks the circulation and you can collapse. So most of the time was right, but I never put a fucking elastic anyway. But one night we got very, very exciting girl. Even me, they stole my clothes for the show. I mean, to give you an idea, I always do one show per time, but I got like three uniforms. One was the cowboy, which you work. Then another one was like gosh or black, And then the best one, which is always work. Everybody can wear in that. They can have a great success as stripper till they don't take off the jacket. The uniform, or the white uniform of the Marines. The one is like a cracker. Anybody wearing that one, they're gonna have success. Till they don't get naked, obviously. They like the body. It's no point like me. They told me, why you don't do strip again? We'll fucking go with this shitty body, really. So 10 minutes. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, the guys doesn't coming back in the office where we hide. They're not waiting to get paid. They knock me at the door, they say, your friend, he collapsed on the floor, and I know what the problem was. But the last thing is to me going to fucking take off a string of elastic or somebody, just because you want to look with a big cock. Just see what you got, like I do, really. I've been with many girls, really. Anyway, so I have to go there, and literally I have to pull from the hair a girl was giving to the blowjob to my friend on the floor, half unconscious, and they start to complain, they're all gay, you see this stripper, that's why they're good looking, and taking the piss. I mean, somehow, somewhere, the elastic went off, but don't ask me how, please. I have a minimum of decency, really. But I had to carry these guys, which was really, really big. It wasn't something easy to carry up. many story obviously I got, and sometimes half number I like to have a little bit of participation, not because I don't have the story, but because I got many. So I'm gonna show you some board, and you have to tell me which one you wanna listen. All right? The Mafia Wife, the Porno Garden, the Donkey Bride, yeah, the Putan Tour. Which one you want? The Mafia Wife, yeah. Mafia Wife is very popular. No wonder, right? Yeah, but you don't know what Mafia is. I'm just telling you, the good movie. But the only two that maybe representing a little bit the Mafia is not The Godfather, which is a great movie, but forget about it. Is Goodfellas and Donnie Brasco. Everything else, the good movie, but that's all about it. Right, so the Mafia Wife. I was very young and beautiful again. I was already known because I had few interviews in some Italian magazine as a stripper at the time. And I met this girl with my friend, and we started talking. I mean, she had marvelous, green eyes, pale skin, dark straight hair, and a massive 38 GG breast. And she was quite big, and she was very slim, so it looked like even bigger than you possibly believe. So we don't know who was. We start a relationship. So we start to shagging. Now there are things you're not supposed to be doing, and I learned too late because I was too cocky about it. Never go to the house or the girls, because she may be going off on the pattern and she don't tell. I mean, nowadays it's full of cuckold or whatever you call, or people want to do a change. I mean, me personally, I'm kind of old-fashioned. I do one at a time. I don't like to be watched, right? It's my private things. I do what I like, and that's how it is. Because many times people told me, "Oh, Joe, you're a stripper. You want to have a threesome with me and my friend, or you want to take part?" No, I just don't like it. It's nothing wrong. People do what they like. It's not no problem. So anyway, happening, after a little while, get cocky. I was in her flat, and the partner coming back. Right, her flat was at the third floor of a building, basically, and for us, secure because she was a partner of a mobster, which later died. You don't want to know the name. I didn't tell you that. None your fucking business. Right? But for security reasons, she keep the key in her key lock, because even if the husband come, you have to knock at the door and say to her, "It's me," because she can be kidnapped, or they can, maybe kill her, or just go to do something nasty to her because, So I got only basically probably a few seconds to decide where to go. I mean, I couldn't go for the front door. I'm not the guy's gonna be under the bed or in the wardrobe because it doesn't gonna work. Right? I got really bad experience, but with ordinary people, which I manage in my way. So there was a window, and near the window there was a tree. So I jump, I catch the tree, and I'm safe. The problem is I never got the tree. I mean, I got a branch of it which is softening down, the fall, but still broke my foot. Down their apartment there was a bar, and one of the waiters saw me and told me, "Oh, is the branch felt on your head and you got injured?" Yeah. Shall I call an ambulance? Yeah. So when I went to the hospital, I tried to explain to the doctor, I broke my foot. No, we know the branch of the tree fell on your head. No, man. But yeah, I have to have an argument because, like when I had the first heart attack, they didn't believe I had it because I was really calm and explained to them, I think I got an heart attack. Like I say, I got a broken foot. So I have a kind of. So the first time they sent me off, told me I did have. Then recalling, it was that. So convincing him, to have an X-ray. Then they realized I got my foot broken. It took me about 9 months before I start to walk again. And you know what is the worst thing? She never called me back. Can you believe it? Yeah? It's not funny, man. I broke my heart. I got my heart broken on my heart. That's why I got the heart attack, She broke my heart. I mean, honestly, even now I have to tell, she probably been my best fuck of all my life. I've been with quite few many girls, So I had many different kind of girlfriend. Some very religious, some nymphomatic. Girls want to have sex all time during the day, which is possible. Even though I got a small cock because I got variety of things, right? But obviously, if you work, because we do work, you need to sleep sometime. And trust me, they don't let you sleep because they want to fuck. It's not a fuck like, it's proper fuck. Like you need to push in it. To me, it's even harder because I got small. I need to make it feel it. So I have to do like a proper banging up. Yeah, funny, yeah, funny, yeah. Because all the time I hear, yeah, give me the girl to me. I'm gonna show to her how good I am. Yeah, go. I'm gonna see how long you're gonna last. Probably a week and then you die, right? So after a few months, because so even in the middle of the morning, I mean, I like to wake up in the middle of the morning, like it's 3, 4, and give a good fuck, and then I go back to sleep. It's relaxed me, It's something down to sleep. I know all you guys do it. Yeah, right. Right? Yeah, right. So after a while, I have to take a Viagra, but never the full one. I just divide the Viagra in 3 pills because I've played to these two I had separate in different time. Last one was 3 years ago. She was only 22. I was already 47. So and obviously sexually she was very high. I don't know why she stayed with me with a small cock. Sometimes I don't know why. I mean, one told me, with you is like treasure hunt. When you find it, it's beautiful, right? Don't know what she said, that's what I guess say, right? And then another one told me, it's so good looking, you're supposed to be do like cock walking, instead of cat walking. So anyway, so I have to start this fucking virus. So when I couldn't do it, just say, I need to, have a pee or have a glass of water. So take that, for an hour, I'm gonna go good. But the only problem, your body's still tired, your cock is up, but you want to sleep. So you like this, you are asleep, and you do like this. It's like instead of sleepwalking, it's fuck walking. It's the truth. I mean, I couldn't do anything else. I went on with them for a while. I mean, but at the end, obviously, I couldn't work it out more than that. The last one, it wasn't anything to do with my standard of sexuality because I keep her in kind of control. But she found a job in her country, and very long distance, and mine is not long either, so it break. That's one of the many. One of the stories there is the Dorking bride. I mean, I'm a gentleman, so my grandmother used to say, a gentleman never say no. Okay? So anyway, one day I went in a bar, I meet this girl, which probably she was East European, but I can engage a conversation because despite I didn't went to school, I know about Baudelaire, Sartre, the French poet or contemporary art. So you can try me, we can have a conversation about everything. I know some things. So then she invited me in her flat, and obviously I went, I always use condom, still now I never get infected for anything. But before she opened the door, you can hear like a strange sound, like a I said, darling, what it is, you got a dog with a laryngite, And when she was opening the door, pulled me in, it's my husband, he's always drunk, I didn't have any sex for the last 3 months. So when she said that, I honestly want to go because she said that. You got this, donkey brine all the fucking time. And then I remember what my grandmom said, a gentleman never say no. So I did my best. As soon as I could, and I just ran away. I was in the middle of nowhere in Wembley. But all the time you hear this sound, you had like, which is not something, there are even worse stories, but I don't tell you because you look too young, you're too conservative, so I won't tell you that kind of stuff, really, because it's a free show, and when I do the pay one is harder and longer, again, coming from the hardcore section. Yeah, you don't know, you don't have an idea, you maybe think you know. but you don't know. You don't know what I fucking do for a living. Forget if you know me personally. But anyway, so I got a lot of female friends, right? And a friend, I care about my friend. They respect me because they know I'm a pervert. But I'm a kind of guy, when I work in a place, I never shag with my female colleague. It's a rule. I know it's quite original because everybody does. I never do. And I even be labeled as a gay or something, but no problem. I don't see anything wrong with it. I just don't do it. My private life is my private life. Anyway, so as a gentleman, when it's Christmas come or birthday come, I'm always, pack it up a nice present for them, and but I like a little bit of fun. What's the point to buy a present? I mean, in my younger age, if they were become 18, I just buy a dummy, because I like, some children toys, stupid, just to remember where they're coming from. Obviously, because they get older, I need to get, improve. So I start to buy vibrator. So one particular Christmas, I got 10 female friend. So I bought there was a sale about vibrator. So I bought 10 vibrator for a good price. Yeah, I pack it up all nicely. I put a nice Christmas card in it. And I give it to them. I mean, some of the guests they know me, but not that well. They do know where I'm coming from. And few of them they told me, shall I open the present under the Christmas tree with my other present with my family? And I say, it's entirely up to you. If you want to open the present. The funny bits, okay, few of them, they never call me back. I don't know where they finish, because obviously they opened the Christmas present in a city. It's not my fault. I mean, it's supposed to be asked what it is, really. But the funny bit were the complaint. And the complaint were, there were no battery. It's too small. I said, but if I give it too big, we're never gonna have sex together. You're not gonna feel, anything, right? Or it's gray. So even the fucking vibrator you want black. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but let me. Many stories, as I say, we had. I mean, I used to be a friend, not that many now, because I have to get rid of a lot of people due to my activity. I'm actually being a candidate now to represent Italian people abroad. And yeah, I know, but they know me quite well because I've been actually representative of the left wing internationally, for a while. So even though I got my background, I'm a man of honor. I don't know for honor what you mean, but trust me, even if you can say, I say kind of bullshit. So we have, before we did have Tinder, we did have Facebook. So if you want to meet a girl, you need to go in a bar, like a rock bar or gosh bar or pop bar or discotheque or whatever. So I used to be a young friend, just 18, they never came out, I mean, Milan and Rome, they're similar in a way for the clubbing time. So you go in a club, sorry lady if I say so, hoping you're gonna score, but it doesn't happen often really, especially if you go with friends, you don't gonna do a fucking nothing most of the time. Girls, they go together to find a guy, but guys, if they go together to find a girl, 90% of the case, it never work. I'm a lone wolf in that way. I always go alone. Even though nowadays I look like a maniac because everybody on Tinder. So anyway, when we got the young guys coming with us, like first few night out, you have to understand that when the club shut in Italy, we used to have this custom to have breakfast. Like 4 or 5 in the morning, you're gonna have a croissant, a coffee, and but on the way, prostitution was very well settling down, not legalized, settling down. So each exit of the motorway, you got different kind of prostitute. You got, Latin American, African, East European, and transsexual. Okay? And we like to have a laugh, and especially that days really. I mean, transsexual in Italy are quite beautiful. I had a few friends transsexual, but I'm never gonna do nothing with them because the cock is bigger than mine. So what's the point what's the point to go with them? Really, I'm kind of old-fashioned. I like 3-hole, you know, not you and a joystick, because then I feel then somebody can say, well, but you can feel maybe you get it longer, yeah, right. Anyway, but I said people got different tastes. Right, so what we used to do was we come out of the club. At the newcomers, you know, the new guys say, you know what, because it's one of the first time you come with us, we're gonna pay you for a prostitute, because tonight we escort, because we every night we find a guy there, right? Yeah. So say, you know, we have one. She used to be. We have to tip her, but she used to be do it. So you see, Lulu, quite nice. You know, everybody went with Lulu. Obviously, Lulu was a trans. Quite beautiful. You wouldn't understand. She was. And we say, go there, it's paid by us, it's our present, you know, because, you know, to encourage her. Anyway, I mean, again, some of the guys, they're never coming back. No? Some of the guys, they come back to us and start to complain, you fucking piece of shit, you know. I say, well, you know, you used to be, you know, taking the piece of bad, well, you know, in 1990s, everything open, sexuality, I mean, honestly, where you gonna find a girl better looking than her? Well, it was quite impossible. Anyway, well, people was taking offense sometimes. Even though Lulu was a close friend of mine, and she used to be hanging around with me quite a lot. And everybody thought it was my girlfriend. And then they told me, but is your girlfriend? No, you know. But shall I give you my number to her? So if you want, what if you want? I think so. I got a list of numbers. I got all these guys. They want to go out with you. And they went, obviously. I mean, in many cases, they didn't say nothing, so maybe it went good. In some other cases, like the young guys, the first time, they used to come to me and say, you piece of shit, you can't, you know it, you didn't put me nothing. If I say, oh, wait a second, you've been insisting so much, I thought you know it. So, one of the story I like is talking about the put on tour, talking about it's all happening when I was a young child. I know, because they told me I go smoke coke. This was slightly later, no? I got 2 older brother, and my family is wealthy-ish. I mean, I'll never see the money, because my dad, when I say I'm gonna be an artist, he say, go to fuck yourself, basically. So I'm not living with income support. So all my life I work hard. That's why I got 3 heart attack in 6 weeks, because I never stay off, really. And my brother, you know, it's all their fault, really. You know. So we used to have a house near the seaside. Right? At the time, there was only our house, if you saw the house near there, for the summertime only. And we were the only one with a TV around there. So, back in the days, Italian TV, they weren't regulated. So after midnight, they come out all kind of porno movie. I mean, porno movie of any kind, which now they even gonna show you in VHS or DVD or anything else, because they were so nasty. So my brother used to become late at night, and we sleep in the same room, like in the living room, me with them, because we was the two oldest, watching this porn. Me, you know, hiding, you know, between the blanket, watch it, and I try to get some feedback, right? But then they start to bring one day one friend, one day another friend, and the living room start to become a little bit small, because yes, my mom and dad, they would live in another part of the building, so they weren't really connected. So, but there were too many people. So they decided to put the TV, you know, facing the garden. Okay? So we can all sitting down in the garden, watching porn, one, two in the porn. I mean, it was boring time. I mean, there was only one bar there, and normally closed at midnight. So after 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, young guy, whatever. And obviously, I'll say to them, if you don't let me watch it, I'm going to tell her into that. Right, the only time they take me off of it is because there was a porn with animal. I mean, I was licking my ice cream and I watching, what's she done to the dog? Huh? And my brother just took me away because it was a little bit too hard. Right? Too hard. Problem is, people start to come from where we were, you know? And despite we go like all the plants they're covering the fences, the garden, people start to go on the lamp stop post to try to see what the fucking happening, or even standing on the bin nearby. I mean, and it become a little bit too crowded, outside control. A couple of times the police came, to see what's happening, which is we have a conversation. Yeah, but it's 2 in the morning, guy. What kind of film you? Because the police, they say they're stupid. They're not stupid. Are you not watching porno movie with underage? No. So, but and me personally, for me, it was a lot of fun because I used to be prepared like water bomb, play with a pump of water, because when there were too many people outside, I just throw the balloon with the water or put the water. For me, it was great fun. It's like 8, 9 years old. I can have all this making up. Very tired in the morning, but quite fun. I mean, the show is nearly over. I have to remind you, the show is free to come, but you're welcome to give any donation you want. And I'm gonna leave a hat in somewhere there. I'm gonna come at the back. I don't have the machine because I have a team time and I never do to do that. So I get only cash, no postal order, no check, no food bonus, just cash. But before I leave you, I'm gonna leave you with the last story, right? And as you can see here, it's me, blonde with a pink dress, basically, because we have. I got 4 brothers, and then obviously we 5. My brother got married, they got 2 boys as well. I asked Mom one day, Mom, but where's this girl, in the family album, where's this girl with a pink dress? Because we don't have any. And Mom looking at me, and Mom, hey darling, that's where for you, because I thought you come in a female. So you can imagine all my childhood, small cock, thinking you were female, all the time. But the worst thing happening years later, when my mom told me, yeah, but the clothes, they actually were for your second brother, so they're even second hand. So she didn't even fucking buy me a new clothes. You know what I mean? And finally, my last brother gave her a baby girl, 55 years later, their marriage, and she started to buy everything pink, And because I've been in contact for some situation I cannot tell you with my family, and I said, Mama, but the room is full of pink dress. Oh, they know me for so many years. I've been with it, so if something's wrong, they're just gonna change it. So you've been amazing. I hope you enjoy the show. Today is my last show. I was thinking to do the full fringe, but honestly, even the doctor told me, take it easy, my friend, because you're not that good as you feel. So, well, that's the true story. But I've been doing this show for 5 years. Each show is different because I've got plenty of story I cannot tell in an hour. So if you're happening, I'm in Edinburgh next year, you're welcome to see again. We call Italian Stallion, probably we call Italian Stallion is back. Because they thought I don't want to be even back, because trust me, I had a big one. Thank you. Thanks a lot. If you like the show, please review it. If you don't like the show, tell to your enemy. And I'll leave you the hat. Thank you very much.